Nachi free.
Do the presidential debates really matter? I'm not voting for either Hillary or Trump, and the first debate did nothing to sway my opinion, let alone inform me of anything new. And I wanted to do a serious breakdown and analysis of the first debate, but Donald Trump makes that almost impossible. By the way, I'm not a Trump hater. As a matter of fact, I think I'd rather take a chance and see him become president than Hillary Clinton. After all, we already know what a Clinton presidency looks like. And if someone could guarantee me that we wouldn't end up with World War III, that our economy wouldn't collapse with Donald Trump's talk of trade wars and tax cuts for the well-connected, economic protectionism, and his talking about defaulting on the debt.
You would try to negotiate down the national debt of the United States.
I would actually vote for him. Because there is no way I can vote for Hillary Clinton. No way. Especially after her pandering for votes by saying that we're all implicitly biased.
Do you believe that police are implicitly biased against black people?
Lester, I think implicit bias is a problem for everyone, not just police. I think, unfortunately, too many of us in our great country jump to conclusions about each other. And therefore, I think we need all of us to be asking hard questions about, why am I feeling this way?
Speak for yourself. Don't be projecting your bias onto the nation as a whole. There are many of us that have absolutely nothing to do with the unconscionably racist history of this country. And part of the reason why we're still having this never-ending racial divide is thanks to the real super predators like you, your husband, the cannibalizing hypocrisy of the Democratic Party, and the ultimately biased news outlets like MSNBC, the Huffington Post, and others that are willing to demonize Donald Trump for the laughably stupid things he says while excusing your criminal incompetence and your husband's numerous rape allegations. But anyway, let me keep this light. If there's something that I've learned about this historical election year, is to not let the news and politics upset me so much. Which is why I hope you can find these highlights from the first debate with Donald Trump as entertaining as I find them to be.
But I'm going to cut taxes big league, and you're going to raise taxes big league. End of story.
End of story. By the way, Big League, is he talking about the chewing gum?
Big League Chew, man-sized wads of great tasting shredded bubble gum stuffed into a giant Stay Fresh pouch. For Big League flavor and Big League bubbles, it's Big League Chew. You're in the Big League. You're in the Big League Chew.
I used to love that gum when I was a kid.
Well, at least I have a plan to fight ISIS.
No, you're telling the enemy everything you want to do.
No, we're not.
See, you're telling the enemy.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, you are, you fucking cunt. Ugh, I can't stand her. But look at his response. Look at his response. Fucking the guy is, oh.
You're telling the enemy everything you want to do. No wonder you've been fighting. No wonder you've been fighting ISIS your entire adult life.
Folks, go to the fact checkers, get to work.
And look at her, already instinctually just barking out orders. Hey, get to work, get to work. Fucking go fuck yourself.
All right, you have 2 minutes on the same question to defend tax increases on the wealthiest Americans, Secretary Clinton.
I have a feeling that by the end of this evening, I'm going to be blamed for everything that's ever happened.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes.
That's right, against my lawyer's wishes, okay? And throwing out the hand like that. I love this guy.
Black communities in our country. The vibrancy of the black church.
I love the fact that she's like, oh. Which, by the way, is not about the black community. It's about her race baiting to the black community.
He didn't pay any federal income tax. So
that makes
if
me
he's
smart.
paid zero.
No, it doesn't make you look smart. It makes you look like an asshole. But at least you're compensated with all the name dropping you did afterwards.
Sidney Blumenthal, Patty Doyle. Blumenthal sent McClatchy, somebody who's been very vicious to me, Rosie O'Donnell. I said very tough things to her, and I think everybody would agree that she deserves it, and nobody feels sorry for her.
I kind of feel sorry for Rosie O'Donnell. I'm just kidding.
By Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Look what happened to her. This Janet Yellen of the Fed. The Fed is doing political. Bibi Netanyahu the other day, believe me, he is not a happy camper. I had numerous conversations with Sean Hannity at Fox, and Sean Hannity said, and he called me the other day, and I spoke to him about it. He said, you were totally against the war, because he was for the war.
And so I called him up the other day, and he was like, hey, yo, you were totally against the war. Unbelievably against the war. No, for sure, bro. He sounds like a used car salesman at a barbershop. And yet I would almost vote for him instead of Hillary.
And one of your compatriots said, you know, whether it was before or right after, Trump was definitely, because if you read this article, there's no doubt.
And one of your compatriots over there, he said, hey, well, it was before or after the war, I don't know, Donald Trump's a great guy.
Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
You actually voted for the war. See, once again, she is projecting her faults onto other people. And especially the kind of faults that have cost people's lives and have put people into prison. This is why I cannot vote for this woman at all.
For 5 years, you perpetuated a false
Did you see how he rolled his eyes? I love that.
claim that the nation's first black president was not a natural-born citizen. You questioned his legitimacy.
I was the one that got him to produce the birth certificate, and I think I did a good job.
Totally shameless. The only difference is the difference between the shamelessness of Donald Trump and the shamelessness of Hillary Clinton. Her shamelessness has gotten people killed and imprisoned.
So when you try to act holier than thou, it really doesn't work. It really doesn't. Now, I notice you bring that up a lot. And, I also notice the very nasty commercials that you do on me in so many different ways, which I don't do on you. Maybe I'm trying to save the money.
What was I just don't think she has
wait a minute, unless you
presidential
asked me a
look.
question. Did you ask me a question?
Whoa, wait a minute. You asked me a question. Oh, come on. Trial here. What's going on?
And the reason I say that is not in a braggadocious way.
By the way, braggadocious is the fanciest word I know.
But you want to know the truth? I was going to say something
Please, very quick.
extremely rough to Hillary, to her family, and I said to myself, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's inappropriate. It's not nice.
You see, he is a nice guy after all. At least his heart's in the right place. But I'm still voting for Gary Johnson.
Stand up there for the whole debate and not say anything and emerge as a leader.
Yes, considering the other two candidates, I'm going to take my chances with him. Thanks for watching.
Homegrown.